They ask him whatever they want, right? And nothing he says can be held against him in that proffer. Nothing. And this is what they call a snitch session. He's taking a deal where he's getting, 10 years in, 6 years on probation. He's already got 7 in.
YNW Melly just walked into court like he was starring in the wildest season finale of his own crime drama. And what happened next made the entire courtroom freeze like someone pressed pause on reality. Because the moment Melly saw the new murder footage his own affiliates leaked, this man didn't blink, didn't flinch, didn't even pretend to stay calm. Nope, he confronted them right there. In front of lawyers, reporters, the judge, and a gallery full of people suddenly wishing they had stayed home. And when I say confronted, I mean intense. This wasn't a conversation. This wasn't a disagreement. This was eye contact so sharp it could cut steel. This was tension so thick NASA could have studied it. This was courtroom energy. That made the Kardashians look like they argue over scented candles. The leaked footage hit the internet like a digital earthquake, clips allegedly showing people from Melly's circle doing the absolute most at the worst possible time. The blogs were foaming at the mouth. TikTok detectives skipped meals. Meme pages broke their thumbs typing captions. And Melly, he walked into that courtroom with the energy of a man who is done being played with. If you think the footage was crazy, wait until you hear how Melly reacted to the people behind it. Because the real chaos didn't happen on video. It happened in court. The entire situation detonated the moment the new murder footage surfaced online, not leaked by enemies. Not dropped by random bloggers, but allegedly posted by Melly's own affiliates, the same people who once claimed they were protecting him. Loyal to the bone and riding till the wheels fall off. Well, apparently the wheels fell off, the car exploded. And these affiliates are now filming the wreckage for clout. The internet has never seen betrayal this chaotic, this dramatic, and this unbelievably stupid. The footage spread across social media, like a wildfire started by someone pouring gasoline on a campfire. TikTok detectives skipped sleep to dissect every frame, pausing, zooming, and adding arrows like forensic scientists who get paid in views. Rap blogs posted the video before verifying anything. Reddit was already preparing a full conspiracy chart. And Twitter. Oh, Twitter transformed into a courtroom with 0 rules, 0 lawyers, and 1 million judges tweeting in all caps. Meanwhile, YNW Melly walked into the Actua courtroom with a confidence that made everyone uncomfortable. He didn't slouch. He didn't avoid eye contact. He didn't act confused or shocked. He walked in with the aura of someone who knew a storm was coming and wanted front row seats. His posture alone had the whole place whispering. Even the judge sat a little straighter, as if sensing that today's hearing was about to turn into a reality show filmed in HD. The prosecution wasted no time. They pulled up that new footage like they were unveiling a surprise gift. Screens turned on. Speakers buzzed. Everyone leaned forward, expecting something mild. But no, this video didn't whisper. It screamed. It showed people allegedly connected to Melly discussing things that should never be said out loud, let alone recorded in 4K while streaming from a cracked phone. There were snippets of conversations, suspicious movements, side comments, and the kind of energy you see in a group of people who think Snapchat deletes things permanently. The entire courtroom went silent. Lawyers paused mid-sentence. The bailiff froze like a statue. The audience inhaled in unison. For a second, even the fluorescent lights seemed to flicker like they were judging the stupidity on the screen. And Melly. He stared at the footage with the coldest expression imaginable. No reaction. No twitch. No blink. Just pure eye expected this nonsense energy. Then, slowly, almost dramatically, he turned his head toward the section of the courtroom where his affiliates sat. That shift alone felt like a plot twist being delivered live. People in that row started fidgeting instantly, crossing their arms, avoiding eye contact, whispering. One of them even pretended to check their phone, which was wild considering phones aren't even allowed. The tension was so thick you could butter toast with it. This was no misunderstanding, no mistaken identity, no blurry footage debate. This was betrayal captured in HD, delivered to the world, and replayed inside a courtroom where emotions were already running on fumes. And what made the situation even more explosive was the fact that these affiliates had been publicly supporting Melly for MONTHS, posting free Melly captions, throwing prayer emojis, curving narratives, acting like they were the loyal avengers of this case. But loyalty evaporated the moment that footage went viral. The judge paused the video and turned toward the defense table with a stare that basically asked, "So, you want to explain this circus?" Reporters scribbled notes so fast their pens probably overheated. Courtroom artists didn't even draw, they just stared, shocked, and the prosecution smirked like they had just been handed a cheat code. Then came the confrontation, not with words at first, but with looks. Melly looked at each affiliate like he was downloading their entire personality traits. You could practically hear the mental screen loading. His eyes traveled from one face to another, unbothered by the courtroom rules that normally prevent this type of tension-filled standoff. One of the affiliates cracked first, whispering nervously. Another shifted in his seat so fast the chair squeaked loud enough to echo. A third wiped his forehead like the AC had suddenly stopped working. The energy in the room shifted from court hearing to interrogation scene in a mafia movie. Then Melly finally spoke. Low, controlled, but sharp enough to slice the silence in half. "So that's what we're doing now." That sentence alone froze the entire courtroom. It wasn't loud, but it hit like a meteor. Lawyers stopped breathing. Affiliates suddenly wished for invisibility. Even the judge looked stunned, and judges see everything from sobbing defendants to groan. Men claiming ghosts made them commit crimes. The affiliates didn't respond. How could they? What were they supposed to say? "Oops, my bad, bro." This wasn't a spilled drink. This was leaked footage tied to a capital case. Their silence said everything: guilt, fear, panic, regret. The kind of regret that only shows up when consequences walk into the room wearing steel-toe boots. The prosecution jumped on the moment, claiming the footage suggested interference, contradictions, and backdoor conversations. They implied betrayal. They suggested manipulation. And then they stepped back, like, "We'll just let the footage speak for itself." Savage. Meanwhile, the defense attorney looked like she aged 10 years in 5 minutes. Papers scattered. Glasses adjusted. Deep breaths taken. She'd probably practiced every argument except the one where Melly's affiliates leaked a video that torpedoed their own side. The public reaction outside the courtroom was even more insane. Memes exploded instantly. People posted captions like, "Melly looking at his affiliates like they're season 1 characters," or "Imagine being that guy who leaks evidence by accident." Somebody even posted a parody trailer titled, "YNW Melly, Backstabbers in 4000. The hip-hop community reacted instantly, not with sympathy, but with shock. Rappers posted cryptic messages about loyalty. Influencers went live to break down every frame of the footage. YouTube commentators uploaded 10-minute videos titled "Melly's Affiliates Just Messed Up Everything." Fans debated whether the affiliates did it intentionally, accidentally, or out of fear. And yet, through all this chaos, Melly didn't crumble. He didn't panic. He didn't collapse under pressure. His reaction looked like a man who felt betrayed, but not surprised, because if there's one thing this case has taught him, it's this: loyalty is rare, Betrayal is common, and cameras never stop rolling, especially when you don't want them to. As the court session wrapped for the day, the affiliates avoided Melly's gaze entirely. They practically sprinted out of the courtroom like they were trying to outrun the consequences. Meanwhile, Melly stayed seated, eyes forward, calm but deadly, like someone plotting the next move in a game full of snakes. But the real chaos? That would erupt outside the courtroom. Because once the footage hit mainstream blogs, the reactions, the twists, the celebrity responses, and the memes would take the scandal from nuclear to apocalyptic. The moment the courtroom clip leaked online, the internet didn't just react, it detonated like someone plugged the Wi-Fi into a nuclear reactor. Twitter timelines burst into flames. TikTok spiraled into investigative chaos. Instagram comment sections turned into digital gladiator pits. Everybody, and I mean everybody, had an opinion, a theory, a meme, or a full-blown conspiracy diagram about what Melly just witnessed in court. What made things worse was how fast the footage spread. Within 30 minutes, every major rap blog posted it with titles like "Melly says no, more games and affiliates, snitching in 4K." But the wildest headline came from a gossip page that clearly had no shame. YNW Melly's sidekicks fold like dollar store lawn chairs. Brutal, accurate, necessary, TikTok detectives multiplied overnight. They broke down the affiliates' facial expressions frame by frame like forensic scientists working overtime. One creator zoomed in on a guy's eyebrow movement and confidently declared, "Yep, he lying." Another stitched the footage with dramatic music and captions like, "Betrayal level, biblical." TikTok had decided the affiliates were guilty of something. They just hadn't agreed on what yet. Then the celebrity reactions started rolling in, and that's when things went from viral to internet apocalypse. Rappers posted cryptic tweets like they were auditioning for roles in a crime movie. One wrote, "Loyalty ain't the same no more." Another posted snake emojis. A third simply wrote, "I knew it." No explanations. Just chaos sprinkled on top of more chaos. Even washed-up rappers, who haven't been relevant since MySpace, tried to insert themselves into the drama, tweeting nonsense like, "Real ones know what's up. Sir, nobody remembers your last mixtape. Go home." But the clout was irresistible. Drama is like a magnet for attention-starved rappers. And then the memes took over. Oh, the memes were ruthless. One viral meme showed Melly staring at his affiliates with the caption, "When you realized the apps were actually your friends the whole time." Another showed the affiliates sweating in court with the text, "Bro thought loyalty was optional." It was comedy, cruelty, and chaos blended into the most disrespectful smoothie the internet has ever served. While everyone was laughing online, the affiliates were not. Screenshots surfaced showing one of them disabling comments. Another made his Instagram private. A third posted the classic guilty man message, "Y'all don't know the full story." People responded, "We know enough." The internet does not forgive. The internet does not forget. And the internet absolutely loves drama involving people who fold under pressure. But the biggest twist came when a supposed anonymous insider posted a DM claiming the affiliates leaked the footage out of frustration, saying Melly was acting Hollywood from behind bars. The DM went viral instantly. Fans screamed. Blogs reposted it without verifying a single thing. It was messy, unconfirmed, and suspiciously detailed, which means the internet accepted it as absolute truth. Suddenly, everyone was arguing about loyalty, betrayal, and whether Melly's circle was always shaky to begin with. People dug up old interviews where affiliates seemed nervous, old photos where body language looked off, old lives where someone said something suspicious. TikTok editors turned these scraps into 10-part miniseries titled things like The YNW Fallout, Signs We Missed. Meanwhile, Melly's mother jumped into the mix and posted a cryptic message of her own. That boy ain't alone. The comment section exploded with theories ranging from she knows the real story to she's starting another war. Even people who don't follow rap were suddenly invested, tweeting things like ID Key who Melly is, but his affiliates snitched. And just when it felt like the drama had peaked, another video leaked. This time, from a courtroom angle not shown before. The new clip showed Melly glaring at one specific affiliate. A man who instantly became the internet's least favorite person. People zoomed in, enhanced, filtered, and paused every millisecond. They analyzed his lip movements, his breathing patterns, his posture. One TikToker confidently claimed he's scared. Real scared. The public went feral. People began diming the affiliate's old classmates, ex-girlfriends, and cousins to get the real tea. Someone even created a Discord server dedicated solely to analyzing the court footage, naming it YNW Truth Files. Brands started distancing themselves from anything YNW related. A clothing line unfollowed Melly. A promoter posted a statement saying he wouldn't book artists associated with instability. Even a meme page issued an apology for laughing too hard. The pressure was building. The affiliates were crumbling, and Melly. He remained silent, which was terrifying. But THEN. The biggest twist of all dropped. A leaked jail call. The audio was short but powerful. You could hear Melly's voice saying, "They showing they true colors." The internet stopped. Everything froze. Phones dropped. Timelines stalled. It felt like the rap world had been hit with a sonic boom. Because when Melly speaks, everyone listens. And when Melly speaks like that, the affiliates don't sleep. Fans began arguing again, this time more aggressively. Was Melly threatening them? Was he cutting them off? Was he exposing them? Nobody knew. Everyone guessed. The affiliates tried defending themselves again, claiming the footage was taken out of context. People replied, "Bro, the context is the problem." It didn't help their case. Then rappers close to Melly began posting subliminals to lines about betrayal, about rats, about snakes in the grass. One wrote, "You can't hide who you are forever." Another said, "Melly gone, be alright. Some of y'all won't." These weren't fan theories anymore. These were warnings. The affiliates had become radioactive. Nobody wanted to stand next to them. Nobody wanted to vouch for them. Nobody wanted to be associated with them. Melly was slowly reclaiming the narrative without even being physically present. His silence had more power than their excuses. His tone carried more weight than their explanations. And the internet could sense something big brewing by the end of the day. Hashtags exploded across every platform. Hashtag Free Melly, hashtag YNW Fallout, hashtag Affiliates Exposed, hashtag Courtroom Chaos. Fans begged for updates. Blogs refreshed their feeds every 2 minutes. TikTokers prepared ring lights for part 37 of their breakdowns. Because everyone knew this wasn't over. This wasn't wrapping up neatly. This wasn't calming down. The affiliates had sparked something massive, something irreversible. And the aftermath was about to reshape everything. Because when Melly confronts betrayal, the story never ends quietly. The aftermath of the courtroom explosion didn't settle like normal scandals do. It grew, mutated, and spread across the rap world like a shockwave with no off switch. By the next morning, every podcast, every blog, every YouTube commentator, every uncle with a microphone and a half-functioning ring light was talking about one thing: YNW. Melly confronting his own affiliates after they leaked the most chaotic footage since the Zapruder tape. The public wasn't just watching anymore. They were invested, obsessed, emotionally attached, and mentally unstable from the roller coaster. The affiliates, once loud and proud, were now quieter than a group chat after someone accidentally sends a message meant for their sneaky link. Their pages went private. Their bios suddenly turned deep and spiritual. Their captions became long essays about loyalty and misunderstanding. Everyone could see the guilt dripping off every post. Even the emojis were stressed. Meanwhile, Melly's supporters turned into warriors. They flooded comment sections like an army marching with digital swords. They didn't just defend Melly, they attacked anything that moved. Affiliates, dragged. Troll pages, exposed. Blog accounts, ratioed into oblivion. At one point, a random user commented, "I don't get the case," and someone replied, "Then, get out of the comments, you civilian." The intensity was supernatural, but it wasn't the fans who made the situation escalate. It was what happened behind the scenes. Multiple sources claimed the prosecutors were ecstatic. They felt the leaked footage strengthened their case. They began filing motions like they had espresso injected straight into their souls. Legal experts came out of nowhere to explain the courtroom shift, talking in circles, using phrases like narrative leverage, cooperative vulnerabilities, and strategic implosion. Translation: the affiliates messed everything up. Even lawyers not connected to the case started giving opinions. One said, "This is unprecedented." Another said, "This could reshape the trial." A third said, "Whoever leaked that footage is either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid." The internet voted incredibly stupid unanimously. But the most dramatic shift came from inside Melly's own circle. People who had never posted about the case suddenly began speaking out. One friend wrote, "Everybody ain't solid." Another said, "Melly kept too many people close." A third posted, "I hope the judge sees the truth now." The tone changed. It wasn't Free Melly anymore. It was Clean the Circle. And the affiliates felt the pressure. One of them attempted to clear his name with a long Instagram story that read like a desperate breakup text. He claimed the footage wasn't meant to hurt Melly, that it was misinterpreted, and that real ones know the real story. Comments were disabled. Naturally, the internet reacted immediately, posting captions like, "Trying to explain betrayal is crazy," "Bro sweating in the drafts," and the harshest one, "He's seeing consequences for the first time in his life." Meanwhile, Melly's mother added more gasoline to the burning dumpster with a message that sent shockwaves across every platform. Trust gets tested in the darkest times. The affiliates didn't respond because what could they possibly say to that? Then came the biggest development yet. A courtroom insider claimed Melly requested a private meeting with his legal team to discuss internal issues. That phrase alone triggered millions of theories. Fans said he was cutting people off. Others said he was preparing a strategic move. Some claimed he was about to name names. Nobody knew. Everybody guessed. And TikTok detectives went feral. Creators began posting insane videos like "Why Melly's Affiliates Are Done Part 57 Footage, Breakdown, Who Folded First, Analyzing Their Breathing Patterns, Guilty." The memes kept hitting too. One showed Melly walking into court like Thanos with the caption, "He arrived to collect the final betrayal stone." Another meme had the affiliates edited into a Scooby-Doo villain reveal scene. The disrespect was unmatched, but beneath the comedy, something darker was unfolding. Bloggers claimed the prosecution was considering issuing subpoenas to people in the leaked footage. Others said the footage contained inconsistencies that contradicted earlier statements. Some even suggested the affiliates unintentionally strengthen the case against themselves. This wasn't just messy, this was catastrophic. And Melly, for the first time publicly, looked genuinely fed up. Not broken, not overwhelmed, fed up. People in the courtroom reported a different energy from him. Less hopeful, more hardened. It wasn't the face of someone relying on loyalty. It was the face of someone who realized he needed to rely on himself. The kind of shift that happens when trust is dead and strategy becomes survival in the following hearing. Something incredible happened. Melly didn't even glance at the affiliates. Not once. Not even when their names were mentioned. Not even when the footage was referenced again. The internet turned this into the biggest meme of the day. When you cut someone off spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and legally. The affiliates sat stiffly, sweating without sweating, breathing like they were trying not to be heard. Their discomfort became entertainment. Their guilt became a trending topic. Their silence became a national spectacle and the rap world. It took notice. Rappers posted quotes like, "Loyalty ain't cheap. Your circle can destroy you faster than your enemies." Melly seeing the truth now. Big names chimed in. Producers, managers, engineers, everyone weighed in. Calling this a lesson, a warning, and a reality check. By the end of the week, the affiliates' reputations were shredded. They became punchlines, memes, examples of what not to do. Melly, on the other hand, strangely gained momentum. Sympathy grew. Support strengthened. Even doubters admitted the betrayal shifted the narrative. People saw the footage and said, everyone around him was messy, but he stayed solid. Whether it changes the case legally is up for debate. But socially, culturally, publicly, it transformed the entire storyline. And the biggest twist. A journalist reported that more footage was rumored to exist. Footage even worse than what leaked. The internet panicked instantly. People screamed. Blogs refreshed. Fans hyperventilated. Because if this was only the beginning, the next release could flip the entire case upside down, and everyone knew the Melly saga wasn't ending here. Not even close. The affiliates cracked, the internet exploded, and the courtroom became the hottest stage in America. But the final truth: the next scandal is already lurking behind the curtain. And when it drops, the rap world will never be the same. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the courtroom collision the internet never saw coming. Betrayal in 4K. Tension thick enough to slice with a broken iPhone charger. And YNW Melly staring down his own affiliates like he was selecting which DLC pack of disappointment to uninstall first. If your jaw is still somewhere on the floor, don't worry. So is half the rap world's. This wasn't just a hearing. This was a real-life season finale, filmed live in front of stunned lawyers and TikTok detectives. Ready to zoom in on every eyebrow twitch, but before you sprint to the comments to argue, theorize, or pretend you're a certified legal expert, do the most important thing of all. Smash that like button like it owes you bond money. Hit it harder than those affiliates hit post without using a single brain cell. Make the algorithm feel your presence. Subscribe to, because the rap truth never sleeps. We don't clock out. We don't cool down. We drop breakdowns, leaks, scandals, conspiracies, courtroom meltdowns, and rap beef explosions faster than Melly's affiliates drop incriminating footage. Turn on notifications. Because if you blink for even 2 seconds, you'll miss the next twist, the next leak, the next betrayal, the next courtroom meltdown that makes this one look like a warm dash-up. Drop a comment telling me what shocked you the most. Was it the leaked footage? The confrontation? The affiliates folding under pressure? Or the rumor that even more footage might drop? This is the rap truth, where the stories hit harder, the scandals burn hotter, and the next chapter is always loading. Stay locked in. Stay ready. And remember, in this world, loyalty is rare, but drama drops daily.